hear me? Because I can't hear myself. Now I can hear myself. Good. Yes, new biodegradable plastics. As the host already said, plastics is something quite important. Quite a while, this movie quote here from the 60s, guy sitting down, it's just one word, plastics. There's a great future in plastics. Now I usually ask here, who has seen the movie actually, The Graduate? Well, then all of you know more than I do, because I just know the quote. But it fits me. Anyway, that was in the 60s, in the 90s, then Barbie girl came along. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. And, well, that was not the end of it. How the whole story then continued is something poor words or a song just can't tell you. We need to change setting a bit. We need to go to a poetry slam now, where you hear poems and nice poetic things. We also have to change from the autumn where we are now, or the fall, to spring. And then you notice when you go through the mountains and you see that the snow has vanished from roads and grass, leaving piles of garbage disturbing the sight. It's no longer nice and not quite alright. Nature is crying up from the past. Plastic waste is the wrong kind of white. Plastic bags were the wrong adventure. What happened to canvas bags in our culture? Bottles from glass also suffered this fate. Using PET and PE seemed easy and great. People got frantic, just so enthusiastic. Everything is now solved with plastics. Are there flowers missing here and there? Take some from plastics, simply don't care. Now, listen to me and open your eyes. Pollution from plastic is still on the rise. What once seemed so easy now poses a threat, a modern-day challenge that needs to be met. Yes, plastics are cheap, lightweight and tough, but I'm telling you now, enough is enough. It's now just everywhere we look. Containers to gels, soaps for a bath, even to soft drinks, future to soap, certain phones, we still have. Cable, keyboard, and slip, wrap the banana preserving the taste. And all of that just turns into waste. Now look at that and see what we did. This mountain of waste was part of the bit. But plastic mountains, vast and bright, are also in sunset not a nice sight. The bags you just used to carry your goods now made their way to the oceans. Poor little birds then mistake it for food. Poor little birds then mistake it for food and die from it. It is their death potion. Plastic waste of 8 million metric tons reaches the oceans every 12 months. That is a truckload every minute. Now join me in a fight to change it. Sometimes in the times, okay, we should have shortened it. Anyway, then when I say this, people say like, yeah, plastics are useless. So I would argue that's not the case, because we have also high performance plastics like these printed polymers, these printed electronics, for example. They have saved millions of lives because then we don't need to eat all these rare earth metals. Then in Africa there are less children dying, which is actually a fair trade-off, I would say. So I would say plastics are not useless. We just have to use less. And the ones that we use should be more biodegradable. And why there are less biodegradable plastics around right now? The reason of that is, well, I'm a polymer chemist, so I know how plastics are made. And there are basically two ways of making this. There's radical polymerization on one side, and reopening and a bit of polycondensation on the other side. Now how does this all work? Well, you see the fight here. So how does the fight usually go? It starts with round one. So in round one, we have radical polymerization, and he is doing everything because he's easy to make, he is versatile, and ring opening standing there, he is so expensive he can't conquer. So a big round of applause for the red. That's polystyrene, that's plexiglass, that's your carry-on bags, like the ones that poor little birds then mistaken for food. You just applauded for the big polluter actually. Who told you so? Let's see how this whole thing continues. You have one more chance. In round two, ring opening is fighting back because he's environmentally more friendly, and yes, he's biodegradable. Now the red one can't say anything because yes, he's been caught and it's been struck down. So now a big round of applause for the blue. We've seen now there is ring opening on one side and the degradable on one side and the sort of commodity mass-use plastic on the other side. There is no winner. What we want is we want to combine these two. They shouldn't fight each other, they should love each other. We have the cheap and easy process on one side, but the biodegradable on the other side. So we don't want radical or ring opening, we want radical and ring opening. And coincidentally, that's exactly what I'm working on. It's called radical ring opening polymerization. It took me a while to really say that properly, but now I can do it. And sorry, there's some chemistry. You have a ring, then you don't have a ring anymore, it's open. And that's the biodegradable thing. Ester bonds, there is an enzyme called esterase, can make these polymer go away. You can see that here we have these nanoparticles, and here we have many of them, then we have a bit more, and then we have none. So, and that's the important thing. We add a bit of esterase, the peak is not really important here, but it's getting less and less until it's completely gone, which is nice. So we actually now have a way that we can make use these nice biodegradable plastics. And so that is nice, but still that shouldn't result in overuse of plastics. Remember the first one here, plastics are not useless, but we just have to use less. So if you use the right ones, okay, too much is not so good. And yeah, that's been a lot of content now. There is the one summary which I have to say, it's now my words, just 2 words, biodegradable plastics. There's a great future in biodegradable plastics. And to sum this up even better, I need your help. And it's quite hard. Whenever I go like this, you need to say hooray. So let's try this. Hooray! Well. So, it looks white like snow, doesn't wanna go away. Plastic pollution grows, gets larger day by day. Now chemists hit the ring and take on the fight. With radical ring opening, the future's looking bright. Degradable plastic goes away. Nature is now clean again and we all sing hooray! Degradable plastic goes away. Nature is now clean again and we all sing hooray! Of course we're not there yet. We have the measures to show nature more respect. Keep lakes clean and blue. Pollution is not cool, it puts us out of touch. But Switzerland is beautiful and should stay as such. Degradable plastic goes away. Nature is now clean again and we all sing hooray! Degradable plastic goes away. Nature is now clean again and 3 times.